Hey everybody, this is the Factors with the Eagle's Nest. I want to do a short video that talked about my channel, my idea for my channel, and where I want it to go, and what my vision is for it, as well as just a little bit more about me. First off, I haven't done this video yet because I do all my videos on my iPhone, and I don't have a stand or anything for it yet to be able to do them at home. I'm actually at work, that's why I have this fancy reflective vest on here. Just happen to be on my lunch break. So I was going to go ahead and do this video quick now. Before I get into anything, I just want to do some shout outs here. First and foremost, there's a channel that's called General Hand Grenade. That guy is awesome. His videos have a lot of like house rules, as well as just some playthrough, some strategy videos he has, some different customizations he has. Really awesome channel. He actually just did a shout out on one of his latest videos about me and a few other guys who are just starting up, I think, and doing new things here for Axe and Allies. So definitely go check him out. He seems like generally a great guy too. If only we didn't live in a different continent, maybe I would, different country, I would see if I could potentially get together with him in game at some point in time. But who knows, maybe in a Grasshopper Invitational sometime we'll meet up. But anyway, the next guy, speaking of Grasshopper, is Young Grasshopper from the channel called Cliffside Bunker. If I didn't mention it too, General Hand Grenade's channel was called General Hand Grenade. But anyway, Young Grasshopper at the Cliffside Bunker, he is probably the biggest YouTuber out there for Axe and Allies. He has quite a few videos out. I think he just hit 2,800 subscribers at the time of this video, I think. A lot of content out there. He definitely knows his stuff. I watched just about every video he has for strategy on Axe and Allies. Really good channel. So granted, typically when you search for Axe and Allies, you're going to find Cliffside Bunker and General Hand Grenade, but for some reason you didn't, you stumbled upon this, definitely go check their stuff out. Their stuff is amazing. Another guy is Sired Blood. His channel is also called Sired Blood, but he has a lot of great videos out too. He just started a strategy series. One of those was a G1 attack when Germany attacks Russia on turn 1, hence G1. Really interesting. Got a lot of buzz on that channel so far about that strategy. I tried it on AAA and got hosed bad, got just destroyed. But that was because I was stupid and did stuff with Germany I didn't need to. So I want to try it again. From what he says, he does it all the time. Is very successful with it. I'm really excited to try that again. But he has a lot of awesome videos. Really big on customizations. He has a table that he has that is like a go anywhere table. He has the same problem I have, and the fact we both live in an apartment, and it's really hard to get a game like Global 40 onto a normal table. So he has a portable one that he can put together, and a bunch of customizations on it. Really awesome job on that. He also just got done making some hit dice too. Instead of using normal D6s, he just put hits on only certain sides of them. Not gonna go into it. You should watch his channel for that. It's really good. Another guy is Jonathan Meyer. He does lots of he has a big series on 1914, which is very interesting. Definitely go check all 4 of those guys out. Really good stuff in all those channels. So a little bit about me. The name The Factor came from when I was in high school. When I used to game with a bunch of my buddies. I forgot when it started, but I did some suicide attack and yelled "I'm a factor," and that kind of stuck. They still call me that to this day. I'm 33 now, so it's stuck on. So speaking of my buddies, I guess my location, I live in Appleton, Wisconsin, which is in like the Fox Cities area, kind of by Green Bay, about a half hour away. So if anybody who ever watches this channel is like, hey, I wish I had people to play this game with, and anywhere near this area, send me a comment. If able to, I'd love to get new people in the game. If not, meet new people that play the game. The reason why I keep looking down here is where I have my notes. So I started to play Axis and Allies when I was like in 8th grade, maybe. An uncle of mine bought the game, the Classic Edition, in like a science and hobby store. Sitting on the shelf, bought it. He's a big World War II German history buff. He's like, oh, that looks really cool. Brought it over. It was amazing. It was like a way better Risk. That's kind of what we played at the time. So it was definitely cool to see a game with, you just didn't have just, guys. You had, infantry and tanks and airplanes and bows. It was all, at the time, it was great. So that's when I started. I played Classic. I have played Classic a lot. When I was in high school, I got Iron Blitz for the computer, and I played that a boatload. Granted, the AI in that was horrible, and you hardly ever lost the game, but it's just able to play. Number of plays, I got a lot of plays of that. I haven't really played much of the other ones since then, besides G40. I have just about all the games, but I'll get into that later. So I work 40 hours plus a week. So it's really hard to fit in times to get games like G40 in, just because you have work. So with that said, that's why I've been doing the format I have been for G40, more of the pickup game style, so we can play a little bit here, a little bit there, and still put content up. I have 2 wonderful kids, very, very young kids. They still can't enjoy this hobby with me yet, but they because of having 2 kids and a wife and a job, and it is way too hard to sit down for any length of time, like a whole day, and play it. My beautiful wife is extremely supportive of this. I know it takes time away from family stuff, but she's all about me doing what I like. So I mean that's awesome to have a support system there. Just like Young Grasshopper, if you watch his channels, I'm also a born again Christian. It is awesome feeling. Takes a lot of the stress out of the day, I'll tell you that much. But if and when I do decide to put anything that talks about my walk with God at all, and I might, just like he said he might too, I'll definitely put in the description, just so if people don't want to see that kind of thing, which I understand if you don't, I'm definitely not going to force anything on anybody. I'd put that on there so it's clearly marked, so people don't want to see it, they don't have to. Speaking of that too, if anybody does want to know, if anybody's looking for a church in the area, wants to know, just some general questions about anything about the spiritual side of things, always send me a comment. I'll talk to you all day long about it. Speaking of that too, so because obviously this is going to be on YouTube, and kids have access to YouTube, and personally I don't like to hear it. If you guys do leave comments, and I hope you do, that's the whole point of this. Please just keep it clean. Like I said, kids see it, and quite frankly, I don't want to see a bunch of that myself either. So if you do, I mean, I understand if you get into a heated argument, you get to a heated argument through comments online with somebody. I understand that. You say things, you get upset, but let's just keep it adult and not go too crazy, please. So again, I'll send the invitation. If anybody is in the area and ever wants to get together and game, it doesn't have to be Axis and Allies. Young Grasshopper explains on his channel that that he is gearing his channel more towards Axis and Allies players, and not I forgot the actual term he used. Chronic, I think. Chronic gamers will try to get as many games played as possible, and get all the new stuff that's out. I am somewhat of a chronic gamer, so I have a lot of games. Don't get me wrong, I love Axis and Allies a lot, and we'll play it any day of the week. But I have a lot of games. So I say that to say this: if anybody wants to get together and play games in general, always send me a comment. It'd be awesome if we can get together at some point in time somewhere and play. And it's cool just to connect with more people in this hobby. So most definitely, if anybody wants to, just let me know. So I mentioned before about the Axonize games I have. I have all the Axonize games they've made, besides a few. They made a very early version. Excuse me. It was published in I think Australia. It was like a paper fold-out map, and you had cardboard shits and stuff for it. It was basically classic, just with not as good components and a little bit of rule tweaks. I don't have that. That one's pretty hard to come by. But I have all the other ones though, besides Anniversary Edition, because it's so expensive. I would love to have it, but it's just so expensive. I don't want to pay like $500 for it. I also don't have 1942 Second Edition. That one's readily available. I just haven't gotten it. And then Axonize 1914. That one I'm really excited for. I just haven't bought it yet. It's obviously World War One. It looks awesome. The board looks amazing. I'll go over that too once I get the game and do more videos. But just to kind of throw it out there, from what I've heard, 1914 is a great game, but it lacks some pieces. Meaning, I think the German country, when you set it up, you use every single infantry that you have in the board just for setup. So you're going to run into some issues with that. I heard there's some issues with the chips too, how you kind of run out of them. And they're not like normal Axonize chips, so you can't just like throw some of your old ones in there. They're completely different. So I'll go over that too when I get the game. Speaking of that, the vision I have for my channel here, first and foremost, when I get a game, I'm going to go over the game in general, like how I think the components are, quality game, that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to go through and do like a tutorial on like how to play the game, that particular version. I'm probably going to do like a base, so meaning I'll probably do classic first, so then when people watch a different video, let's say they watch 1914, I don't have to go through every single rule all over again to say, this is how it differs from classic, and if you don't know how to play classic, watch my other video, because that could get kind of boring. And what I want to do more than anything, I think, is just do playthroughs. I love to watch playthroughs. That's probably what I like the most, those and strategy videos. But just to see somebody play through and see what happened and see how things unfolded, because every game's going to be different. So those are things I definitely want to do a lot of, and that's what I'm doing currently, is just playthroughs. Another thing too, when I do the playthroughs, I haven't decided yet if I should put the dice rolls and show the battles themselves, or do what I'm doing now, and it's more of like a Brian Wassam style, where it's another guy who does a lot of videos, and that is show you what I'm going to do, and then come back later once it's all done and show you what happened. So please, with that, if you guys would, so I get a better take of what people think, leave me comments. Would you rather see the dice rolls and see how the battles unfold themselves, or do you just not want to worry about all the dice rolling stuff? You just want to watch the games. So again, if you are watching these, please comment on that at least, just so I can make the videos better for what you guys want to see. Like I said, I like watching strategies. I want to do those too as well, because there's not a whole lot out there for the other versions. There's a lot for G40. There's quite a bit out there for Classic, but all the other ones kind of in between get kind of lost. So I want to do strategies for everything, and I'll be the first to admit here, I'm somewhat green at a lot of these games. Classic, not really. I played it for a long time. But even G40, which is what I played more than these other ones, I'm pretty green. So I'm not saying these are the best strategies and the strategies that'll win you, gajillion dollars in a tournament somewhere. Just stuff that I look at the game, play it, and I think it looks like something like I would do, or is a good idea. Also too, I guess, little strategy thing here, point to put into, if you're going to play an Axonize game, and you're going to be any power, Germany, America, Japan, whatever, make sure going into the game you have a couple different ideas what you want to do, because every good plan is going to fail at some point. Just like in real warfare, it hardly ever goes the way they want it to go. So the game's going to ebb and flow. The game involves dice, so things are going to go bad, things are going to go great, things are going to be unexpected. You're going to have to be able to compensate for what you're doing. So most definitely have a couple different options of what you want to do and be able to fluidly move between those. But again, I'll get through more on that when it gets to strategy stuff. After the games here, I think I'm going to start doing more afterthoughts. So hey, what I thought of the game, what I thought worked, what I thought didn't work. The people who I have playing with me, if they're willing, I'd like to have them kind of sit and do like a roundtable discussion about the games. I think that would be a cool thing to put in after the fact, so then people who watch these and be like, you know, this is what I would do, and then you know, people who are watching these can hear what we thought and what we thought worked and didn't work. Also, what I'm going to do with my channel, I think, is show you different customizations that I have. When I say that, I'm not extensive like Sired Blood is, but I'm not going to, you know, paint my miniatures. I'm not going to make this giant, beautiful looking board. But different things that I've done for my games, you know, different things that I've included. You know, it's pretty common. People buy some kind of money from somewhere, like I have battle bucks for mine. Different things like that, you know, what I use for G40 industrial complexes, you know, the neutral guys, that kind of stuff. I eventually want to get my own map printed, but those can be pretty expensive too. So to show you different customizations that I have and that I like and that I use. Again, the shoutouts I wanted to give to was for General Hand Grenade, the Cliffside Bunker, Sired Blood, and Jonathan Meyer. Those are all 4 great channels. They do a lot of good strategies, playthroughs, all that kind of stuff. I've got lots of hours of content from those 4 channels. So I expect to do a lot more videos, especially once I start getting a stand and somebody to do somebody to stand up my phone, because that's what I do everything with. And then General Hand Grenade kind of went into it, but if people want to, I guess through comments is the only way I'll be able to find that out. But if people wanted me to go through what I use to make my videos and how I go about doing it, I would be more than happy. Or if somebody wants just message me personally. As of right now, I am Daniel2784 on axonallies.org. You can always message me there too. I'm going to try to change that to the Factor, so both things can be the same with my YouTube channel and my axonallies.org account. But as of right now, again, that's Daniel2784 at the axonallies.org site. So if you do want to message me personally like that too, you always can, with questions, comments, whatever. So please comment on my videos. That's the only way I'm going to know you guys like what I'm doing or don't, just so I can get more content out there that people actually want to see. So I'll go ahead and close this up then. I'm going to be doing more videos to come. I can't really give you like a hey, I'm going to be doing these every Friday thing, because I don't have that ability to do that. So videos are going to come basically whenever they're able to, and hopefully at one point in time here in the future, I'm going to be able to have a more stable way of doing videos more often. So until next time, see you later.